Hello everyone, in this video we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app and you can attempt the quiz in this app and you can read detailed explanation. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Now let's start. Atal Faculty Development Program, which were launched by Education Minister, are organized by which institution? So, this program is organized by AICTE. Now what is AICTE? It is All India Council for Technical Education. So this Atal Faculty Development Program has been launched by AICTE and it was inaugurated by Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. So under this program, the faculty, that means teachers, will be trained. Teachers of higher education institutions. And because of this program, the Book of World Records in London has acknowledged that the training of over 1 lakh people under this faculty development program is a new world record. Now recently, Education Minister was also in news because of Kapila campaign. So this campaign was launched by Union Education Minister and this Kapila stands for Kalam Program for Intellectual Property, Literacy and Awareness. So it is named after Dr. Kalam, our former president, and it is related to IP, that is intellectual property. Every year, the National Education Day is celebrated on 11th of November and it is celebrated on the birth anniversary of our first Education Minister, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Next question is, as of 2020, which Indian company has received the biggest ever investment of Google? That means, which Indian company received maximum investment from Google? So, it is Jio. So far, Jio platform received maximum investment from Google. And Google is going to acquire 7.73% stakes in Jio platform after the investment of 33,737 crores. Now, this is the biggest ever investment of Google in any Indian company. Facebook had already acquired 9.9% stakes in Jio. Google is going to acquire 7.73%. Then Vista Equity, KKR and Public Investment Fund are the other investors. Recently, Google was also in news because of Kormo app. So this app was launched in our country to help people to find jobs. Google was also in news as recently it launched RCS, that is Rich Communication Service. Next question is, as per a recent survey conducted by CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industries, and Ernst & Young, which country is the top destination of investors? So our country is the top destination for investors. Recently, a report was published by CII and Ernst & Young. Title of this report is FDI in India, Now, Next and Beyond. What is FDI? It is Foreign Direct Investment. So, as per this report, India may attract foreign direct investment of approximately 120 billion to 160 billion per year by 2025. After India, the second most favorable place is North America and then rest of Asia Pacific. After India, the most favorable place for investment is North America. Next question is, which Indian state or union territory has launched an exclusive WhatsApp number to help women in distress? So this has been done by Goa and a dedicated WhatsApp number has been issued by the Goa police. Now recently, Goa was also in news because of EESL. EESL stands for Energy Efficiency Services Limited. So it is under Ministry of Power. Why EESL was in news? Because EESL signed an agreement with Goa government for India's first convergence project, and this project is going to be in Goa. Now what is the meaning of this term convergence project? It means a process of comprehensive and holistic development. How that will be ensured? By integrating different type of infrastructure. That means by ensuring proper physical infrastructure, institutional infrastructure and socio-economic infrastructure. Next question is, which billionaire became the world's second richest person in November 2020? So Elon Musk became the world's richest person and he surpassed Bill Gates. Richest person is Jeff Bezos. So Elon Musk is the CEO of SpaceX and he became the world's second richest person and his net worth is $127.9 billion. Now, he became the second richest because of the increment in his wealth and that is mainly driven by Tesla. So Tesla is a company of Elon Musk and because of the increment in the valuation of Tesla, Elon Musk became the world's second richest person. Next question is, what is the call sign of Boeing B777, the VVIP aircraft used by India's President, Vice President and Prime Minister? So, it is Air India 1. It is the call sign for Boeing B777. Recently, the first flight of Air India 1 B777 aircraft was inaugurated with the Indian President on board. Now, recently, Air India was also in news because of its longest non-stop flight. So, Air India announced that it is going to operate flights to USA from Kempegowda International Airport. Now, this international airport is in Karnataka, in Bengaluru. And this will be a non-stop flight. And therefore, it will be the longest non-stop flight by Air India. So, it is longest non-stop flight by Air India to and from India. Next question is, the NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, has terminated the broking license of which company and declared it as defaulter. So this company is Carve Stock Broking Limited. Recently, NSE terminated the account, that means brokerage account was terminated by NSE on the grounds of violation of rules and regulations. Actually, in November 2019, Carve had transferred securities worth 2300 crores into own account by misusing the power which was given by its clients. It was also involved in trading which was not authorized by its clients. That's why NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, terminated its account and declared it as defaulter. Now, NSE is the first exchange of India to provide electronic trading system in our country. So, it provided fully electronic trading system in our country. And present MD and CEO of NSE is Vikram Limme. And NSE published a flagship index. It is Nifty. So, it is an index of 50 top companies. On the other hand, Sensex is an index of top 30 companies and it is published by BSE, that is Bombay Stock Exchange. Now, answer in comment box, what is the meaning of term blue chip companies? Next question is, which platform has launched a short video making feature named Spotlight? So, this has been introduced by Snapchat. Snapchat is an American messaging app. Recently, it launched this new short video making feature, Spotlight. So now, obviously, it is going to compete with companies like TikTok and with the Reels feature, which was announced by Instagram. The parent company of TikTok is ByteDance. Instagram is an entity of Facebook. Now, apart from this app, few other apps were in news. So recently, Ravi Shankar Prasad launched international version of Umang app. LIC launched its first digital app named Ananda. Apart from that, Thi app was also in news. So this has been launched by Tamil Nadu, and with the help of this application, the general public can reach out to the Tamil Nadu Fire and Rescue Services. So with the help of this app, the public can contact the fire department and can get the fire and rescue services. Next question is, India held virtual consultations on disarmament and nuclear proliferation matters with which association? So, it is European Union. Now, in the context of nuclear disarmament, there is a treaty, NPT, that is Non-Proliferation Treaty. Answer in comment box why India is not a member for this treaty. Now, every year on 26th of November, International Day for Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons is celebrated. Total elimination of nuclear weapons is observed. Now, every year on 26th of September, International Day for Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons is observed. On the other hand, 26th of November is celebrated as Constitution Day. It was also celebrated as National Milk Day to commemorate the birth anniversary of Dr. Verghese Kurian. He is popularly known as Milkman of India, and he is the father of India's White Revolution, or Operation Flood is related to milk production. Next question is, Ajay Lodha, who passed away recently, was associated to which profession? So he was a well-known physician. He was Indo-American. He was the former president of American Association of Physicians of Indian origin. Now, apart from him, recently, Maulana Kalbe Sadiq passed away, and he was the vice president of All India Muslim Personal Law Board. In addition to him, recently, James Wolfenson passed away. So he was the former chief of World Bank. Present chief of World Bank is David Malpass. So he was, that means James Wolfenson was the former chief of World Bank. He was born in Australia. Later, he became the citizen of USA. So he was a chief of World Bank for 10 years. That is from 1995 to 2005. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important news. First is Kripal Singh. So recently Prime Minister released a book on the life of Guru Nanak Dev. Guru Nanak Dev is the founder of Sikhism, and this book has been authored by Kripal Singh. Next is EVIN, that is Electronic Vaccine Intelligence Network. So it is a system to digitize the vaccine system in our country and to monitor the temperature of the cold chain where the vaccines are to be stored. Now why this EVIN system was in use? Because government is going to use this EVIN to identify the primary beneficiaries for the distribution of COVID-19 vaccine. And for this purpose, EVIN has collaborated with UNDP, that is United Nations Development Program. Next is Dwar Dwar, Paschim Banga Sarkar and Karmai Dharma. So these are two schemes announced by West Bengal government. Dwar Dwar, Paschim Banga Sarkar means Paschim Bengal government, that means West Bengal government at your doorstep. So it is government at your doorstep. So this is for grievance redressal. And Karmai Dharma stands for work is worship. Karma stands for work. So work is worship, and this initiative has been started by West Bengal government to provide motorbike to the youth so that they can do business. That means they can start small scale business and they can work on it. Next is Department of Telecommunications. So recently Department of Telecommunications was in news as it followed TRAI recommendation. What is TRAI? It is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. So now following the recommendations of TRAI, this issued, that means Department of Telecommunications issued a notification that the landline users will now need to use 0 as prefix. So prefix means whatever number you are going to dial from your landline, you will have to use 0. So if you want to dial any mobile number from your landline, just use the prefix 0. And this will be applicable in the entire country from 15th of January of 2021. Please note that there will be no change in dialing plan from landline to landline or from mobile to landline or from mobile to mobile. Next is PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. So it is a insurance scheme and it has been launched by IPPB, that is India Post Payment Bank. And for that purpose, it has collaborated with PNB, MetLife, India Insurance. Next is Garima Grah. So recently, Union Minister for Social Justice and Empowerment, Thawar Chand Gehlot, launched this Garima Grah, that is a shelter home, and this is a shelter home for transgenders, and this is in Vadodara in Gujarat. Apart from that, the minister also virtually launched National Portal for Transgender Persons. Next is Muthoot Gold Shield. So it is a new insurance scheme announced by the Muthoot Finance, and for this it has collaborated with Bajaj Allianz General Insurance Company. Now this is an insurance scheme for gold. That means this is a scheme for gold jewelry insurance. Next is Dr. Gaurav Sharma. So recently he was in news as he took oath in Sanskrit. He is a member of parliament in New Zealand and therefore he became the first Indian origin parliamentarian to take oath in the Sanskrit language on foreign land. Next is Haveri Railway Station. So this railway station is in Karnataka. Recently, Karnataka government issued notification that it will be renamed as Mahadeva Melara Railway Station. Mahadeva Melara is popularly known as Bhagat Singh of Karnataka. Next is Phul Shungi. So this is a Bhojpuri novel and it is a novel by Pandey Kapil, and now it will be translated into English and it will be translated by Gautam Chobe. Now what is so special about it? So this is going to be the first Bhojpuri novel to be translated into English. Next is National Science Film Festival. So the 10th edition of National Science Film Festival started recently, and this was jointly organized by Vigyan Prasar and by the Tripura government. Vigyan Prasar is an autonomous institute under DST, that is Department of Science and Technology. Next is Archery Association of India. So recently this was recognized by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. So now it is recognized as National Sports Federation. Previously its recognition was withdrawn because it failed to conduct the fair elections, and that's why the ministry de-recognized it, and now it has been recognized again, and this will be valid for 1 year. That means this recognition is valid for 1 year. Next is SDG Investor Map for India. So SDG Finance Facility Platform at UNDP in partnership with Invest India has launched this SDG Investor Map for India. SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goals. Total 17 Sustainable Development Goals are there. Next is Sanitation and Hygiene Fund. So this fund has been announced by United Nations. Next is Varunastra. So recently DRDO flagged off Varunastra and it is a torpedo. So it is a heavyweight torpedo. Next is IIM Shillong and FLO. So recently FLO, that is FICCI Ladies Organization, collaborated with IIM Shillong to mentor the women entrepreneurs. What is FLO? It is FICCI Ladies Organization. What is FICCI? It is Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And last news is related to desalination plants. So recently Maharashtra government announced desalination plant in Mumbai and it became the 4th state in our country to do so. What is the meaning of this term desalination plant? It means removing salt from water. So removing excess salt from the water so that it can become normal water for human consumption. And usually the process that is used is reverse osmosis. So these were the most important events. Thank you, and that's all for the day.